Hello and welcome to History and Art Secrets, the YouTube channel specializing in video stories about history, art, and tourism. Are you ready for a new journey in search of knowledge? The Battle of Ancona was an episode of World War II that saw the Polish Second Corps confront the German army, which occupied the city and port of Ancona. This Adriatic port, like that of Livorno on the Tyrrhenian Sea, was essential to the Allied forces' further advance northward. The ports of Naples and Brindisi, in fact, were now too far from the front to allow regular supplies to the troops. The battle lasted from June 16 to July 18, 1944. The Polish Corps, as during the Battle of Monte Cassino, was commanded by General Władysław Anders, who had been entrusted with command of the Adriatic sector on June 17, 1944. The Polish Corps, which operationally depended on the British Eighth Army, consisted of two infantry divisions, 3rd Carpathian Fusiliers Division and 5th Kresower Division, artillery troops, and the Carpathian Lancers Regiment. The forces also included the Women's Auxiliary Service, and the total force amounted to approximately 43,000 fighters. The Polish Corps was tasked with the occupation of Ancona on June 16, which it accomplished only a month later. The preliminary phase of the Battle of Ancona was the crossing of the Chianti River, which the Poles achieved on June 21. Fierce fighting raged along the banks of this river until June 30. When the Allies were about to launch the decisive attack on the Chianti, two German divisions, the 71st and 278th Infantry Divisions, suddenly withdrew, surprising their adversaries. Retreating north for several dozen kilometers, the Germans established themselves on the Musone River, the last natural barrier before Ancona. Intense fighting took place there, including the bloody Battle of Filotrano. Osimo was occupied on July 6, 1944. It served as the capital of the Marche region, as, after the bombing of Ancona in October 1943, all centers of power had been transferred to Osimo. The main offensive began on July 17 on the Edith Line, as the Germans called it. The maneuver envisioned an encirclement of Ancona, which would be reached from the north, not the south, as expected. The first move was the Polish conquest of Monte della Crescia, near Ofania, west of Ancona. On the evening of July 17, Polish troops reached Agugliano and Ofania. That same day, the Poles also reached Chiaraval, north of Ancona, while armored troops reached the sea near Torret in an attempt to prevent the Germans from exiting the city towards the Gothic line. The maneuver was partially successful, as some of the German troops managed to escape encirclement. The Polish Army Corps entered Ancona through Porta Santo Stefano on July 18. Throughout the various phases of the battle, the Poles were supported by the Italians of the Italian Liberation Corps commanded by General Umberto Utili, with a force of approximately 25,000 men, along with the partisans of the Maiella Brigade, commanded by Ettore Troilo. The German line on the Musone River, between Osimo and Filotrano, was defeated by the Italian 9th Assault Regiment. General Anders declared that the Battle of the Musone for the capture of Ancona was the bloodiest for the Poles since Monte Cassino. In the liberated city, a fruitful collaboration between Poles and Italians was established. Administrative coordination was entrusted to Carlo Albertini, commander of the Fire Brigade. General Anders received honorary citizenship of Ancona on December 8, 1945. If you enjoyed this video story, please like it, share it on your social media, and subscribe to our channel. Thank you. Hello and